This is John Hansen for RX Muscle. We're at the NPC Sunset Classic. I'm here with one of the legends of bodybuilding, Doris Barrileaux. How you doing?
Good, just fine.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Doris, for people that don't know. I know you've been in the game for a long time.
In 1979, I put on the very first women's contest in Brandon, Florida.
Okay.
And Georgia Fudge was our first female pro. She was in it too, and
Okay.
she's here today.
Okay.
And I'm here to support one of my friends who was competing in the over 50.
Okay. So in 1979, you put on the very first women's bodybuilding show in Florida.
Yes.
Wow.
And we've had the longest running state show in the country.
So you're one of the founders, really, of women's bodybuilding, right?
They call me the first lady of bodybuilding.
Yeah. So, and you were a big photographer, because I know I've seen a lot of your covers in magazines.
Yep. And
Which magazines were you in?
you mean for my covers or
Yeah.
Okay, Muscle Mag International, Muscle Training Illustrated, a whole lot of Strength and Health before they. In fact, I was very honored. I was their last cover when that was their
really?
final one
Okay.
after all those years.
Yeah.
Le Monde de Muscle, Plain Form, and some out of country ones that I don't know how to pronounce what they are.
So how did you get started in bodybuilding, lifting weights? I mean, back then it wasn't accepted for women to start lifting weights.
Not hardly. I had to go around the block to ask if I could come in a gym because
Yeah.
the women didn't come in then.
Right.
And it just mushroomed. We were on Real People for about a 5-minute piece, and that just launched it all over the world.
Okay.
And it just mushroomed since then, and it kind of got out of hand, but it's not exactly what we had planned.
Yeah.
But it's still going.
What do you think about the growth in the sport? Because now we have figure, we have bikini, we have women's physique, we have men's physique. What do you think about all that?
I think I'm glad I'm not a judge anymore. I was an international judge, which was when you judged the big men, all you did was look for a flaw, you know, because they were all so good.
Yeah.
But now, when I see the women up there in the figure and the bikini, they all look alike. I'm sorry. I don't know how I would ever judge them.
I know. It is a whole different ball game now, right? Yeah. Let's bring in Georgia. Come on over here, Georgia. And now we've got Doris. She's the first lady of bodybuilding, and you were one of the first female bodybuilders, right?
I was in the
First professional.
very first contest that Doris had put on, and we've traveled together and we've done a lot of different things, and I'm still training.
Were you?
Pretty good for 68.
Sure do.
I'll be 82.
You'll be 82.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Were you competing in the first Miss Olympia? Okay. What years did you do that?
80, 81, 82, 83, and 84. The best I did in Olympia was 5th place.
So tell us a little bit about your experiences competing back then. What do you remember from then?
Well, it was, I was about 10 years older than most of the women. I had 2 teenage children, so it was hard for me to put myself first when I had other responsibilities. I really enjoyed it. I got to travel all over the world and do amazing things, and it made me who I am today.
How do you feel being one of the first female bodybuilders?
Well, that's always a nice experience, great experience, and they can never take that from you.
You didn't mention the Olympia in South America. Weren't you second on that one?
Yes.
Second to Carla Dunlap.
What year was that?
80, 82.
Early
maybe?
80s, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
we were in a lot of contests that we traveled out of the country, and we had competed in the European contest. Deborah, Carla Dunlap, and I were the American team against the European team. And, we placed top 3. So, yeah, it's done a lot of things. I've gotten to meet a lot of amazing people. And I'm still in fitness. I still do training one-on-one. Still go to the contest. My new husband, competes in the over 60, which he had just placed second in the Tampa Bay Classic. So.
Well, I'm here at the Florida shows all the time, and I see you ladies here all the time, so it's great you're still involved in it, and it's great that you're here.
I'm still doing a lot now on Facebook, showing pictures that I never got to show before. You know, if I shoot a whole roll of film for a cover, you only see a few of the pictures. So now I can show a lot of the great pictures that were never seen on Facebook.
That's a great thing about the internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
For John Hansen, this is with Doris Barrileaux and Georgia Miller Fudge at the Sunset Classic.